When it comes to prisoners, there is a board in place to make sure they're being rehabbed before they're released into the public.
But a memo obtained from News 8 has people questioning the board's role in the future. News 8's Aaron Logan live in our New Haven newsroom with an explanation of that memo. Aaron.
Keith, Sonia, the message in this internal memo from the Department of Corrections is being read in two different ways. Some say they fear that this means prisoners will be released early without proper rehabilitation. Others say it's just the opposite.
The Department of Corrections is ignoring apparently the Board of Prisons and Pardons and Parole's directives as far as rehabilitating prisoners before they're released into the public.
Former Senator Len Suzio all fired up over this memo we showed him from the Department of Correction formalizing a plan of action by the department and the board when it comes to prisoners.
It just shows me that this administration has learned nothing from the murder of the Pettit family in Cheshire.
After the horrific Cheshire murders, legislation was passed to establish the Board of Pardons and Parole to enhance public safety. The person who sent us the memo says this message would disregard the board's decisions and put your safety at risk.
I think it's completely insane that if they don't listen to the people that they put in charge, why have them in charge?
Ron Perry is still sickened how the owner of this neighborhood gas station, Ibrahim Ghazal, was shot and killed. The man accused of murdering him, Frankie Resto, who had been recently released from prison under the state's early release program. Other neighbors also ticked off.
I have 3 children and 13 grandchildren. One of them goes to the store at night and gets murdered. No, I don't want that.
The Department of Correction tells News 8 that this memo pertains to nonviolent offenders, and the goal is to keep prisoners from being released without appropriate treatment. This from the DOC's response says in part, in some cases, outpatient drug treatment may be substituted for inpatient treatment to make sure that nonviolent offenders are properly supervised and get appropriate treatment as they transition back into the community.
Everybody's lollygagging. Nothing's going to get done.
Now, we just talked to the governor's office, and they want to point out that even the prison population is up, even as the crime rate is down in Connecticut, which means more and more inmates are, in fact, serving their time. If you want to read the statement from the Department of Corrections and the memo we were referring to, just go to our website, WTNH.com. Live in the New Haven newsroom, Aaron Logan, back to you in the studio.